welcome back. We are looking at Last Nite by the Strokes. So nothing too tricky in the fingers here. I think the biggest challenge is going to be the rhythm and kind of the pulsing of the left hand, but not necessarily any chord shapes or anything. So as we do, we'll break it down section by section. And so let's look at the intro here, which is going to be a big part of the song. It's going to be basically the same as the chorus. So when I was playing in the beginning, I'm grabbing an octave shape here. I have string 5, fret 3, C there. Let me turn that down. And then I have my fourth finger, pinky, on string 3, fret 5. Now, it's also important to figure out how to mute all these other strings around this octave shape, string 5, fret 3, and string 3, fret 5. And I'll tell you why I'm using that finger here in a second. But if I'm muting all those other strings, then I get a nice percussive sound as I strum through the strings, but I'm just getting those two C's ringing out. Now, the reason that I'm using finger 4 there is because when we get to what we're going to be playing over the chorus portion, I'm going to end up doing a little hinge bar with my index finger there, meaning I'm pushing down strings 5 and 4, fret 3 on both of them, and then I'm leaving this pinky here, and I'm going to be alternating between that shape and then just putting my ring finger down on string 4, fret 5. So all I'm going to be doing is lifting that ring finger off, but now I'm playing 3 strings where I'm getting string 5, fret 3, string 4, fret 3, and string 3, fret 5, which is going to be an F power chord essentially. And then when I put my third finger down on string 4 here, I have string 5, fret 3, string 4, fret 5, and string 3, fret 5, and that's a C5 power chord there. F power chord, C5 power chord. So for the octaves, like I said, just make sure you're getting the other strings muted. You'll get a nice sound, and you can go through all those strings. It'll sound good. So it's just down strums there. Transitions to those 2 chords that I just mentioned, the F5 and the C5. So I'm going to go ahead and press that knuckle down there and get that little hinge bar, and we're going to get there. I put my third finger down, now it's up, and third finger down. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 measure of each. Just repeats back and forth like I'll go ahead and just say this, the alternation between the F5 and the C5 power chords, that is what you're going to play over the chorus, exactly as we just played it. Which is always going to follow the verse section. So let's take a look at that. The verse section, we have a C chord, and I'm playing that no bar here, just string 5 fret 3, and then I am barring with my third finger there, a little hinge bar as well, string 4 fret 5, string 3 fret 5, and string 2 fret 5. Next chord is going to be a D minor, and I'm just leaving the bar out there as well just to stay consistent. String 5 fret 5, string 4 fret 7, string 3 fret 7, and string 2 fret 6, little A minor shape there. These are all A shape chords. D minor. And then the same shape as the C major up at the 10th and 12th frets. This is G major. String 5 fret 10, string 4 fret 12, string 3 fret 12, and string 2 fret 12. G major. And we're also going to run into, over the solo, an F chord, which is that same shape as C and G, just 2 frets lower than G. So at 8, 10, 10, 10. I'll touch on that when we get to it. Okay, so that strum pattern, we'll start with the C chord here, is going to be down, 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 up, 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 down, up, down. Let me turn that down a little bit, sorry. Down, 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 up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, down, down. Sorry, down, 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 up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, 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 down, up, down. Now the thing that makes the strum pattern sound like what you're hearing in the recording is the pulsing of the left hand, letting the strings just push you up. You relax the left hand, strings push you up, you just don't press anymore. You're not going to take them off the guitar, you're maintaining your shape there, but you relax and the sound stops. All right, so we have to work into that, the directions that we were just strumming, that pattern that we were following, where we're going to mute. So it's going to be down, pulse, down, pulse, down, up, pulse, up, pulse, up, down, up, down, up, down, pulse, down, pulse, down, up, pulse, up, pulse, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, I'm going to do that without saying that out loud because it makes it way more difficult. Here we go, ready, and... So keep that strumming arm within a very small distance here and play it slowly, get that ordering down, you know, as far as like when you're going to relax the left hand, when you're going to press it, and then playing it faster is just going to be the challenge of the speed and not necessarily getting you know, the when you pulse and when you press the chord down mixed up or whatever it may be. So all the way through that progression, it's 2 times through the pattern on C, 1 time through D minor, and then twice on G. So here we go. D minor and G. Twice. is your verse section. Then, of course, we said the chorus is what we were playing in the beginning. F power chord, C power chord. Okay. For when the solo comes in, it's a short little solo. It's only what, 6 bars. It's going to be the same pattern, strum pattern, as what we were just playing for the verse section, but instead of D minor, we're going to play F, and we're going to play it twice. So it sounds like this: C major, F, and G. So that F is the same chord shape there. 3 and 5, frets 3 and 5, frets 8 and 10 for the F chord, and 10 and 12 for the G chord. That's the whole solo accompaniment. And then we have a little transition of octaves that leads into the solo. So there's a couple guitars going there, I think, but it'll be nice to learn this other rhythm as well. So it's going to be that same octave shape that we saw at the beginning, but now I'm going to play finger 1 and finger 3, still muting all the strings. So it's going to be that octave shape, and then that same octave shape up at frets 15 and 17. So just the same thing, but an octave higher on the same strings. We could put it on another set of strings. I just like this sound better. I'm not sure exactly which one is being done precisely, but either way it'll sound good. So when we run to these octaves, the transition before we get into the solo, the pattern is going to be down, down, up, up, down, up, down, 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 up, up, down, up, down, 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 up, up, down, up, down, down, down. Jump up a whole octave there, frets 15 and 17. Same pattern, down, down, up, down, down, down. So that whole transition is going to be 2 times the pattern here. And jump 4 times. And then it jumps into the progression for the solo. Maybe I'll cover the solo in another video. But that's all the parts, guys. I think the trickiest part is just going to be keeping that wrist loose and getting the left hand to cooperate with your right hand with the pulsing, and then making sure that you're muting the strings with, when you're playing those octaves or the little power chords here. So usually the thing that gives people the most trouble is that index finger. They try and like over curl it, and then it makes it really awkward to do anything else with the hand. The wrist is out. So I always say just let that lay down and let it touch the other strings. It's totally fine. We want that because that's the only way we're gonna get to mute all those strings. So just play around with it. I'd say like one thing that defines most people's mistakes is just kind of reaching in this direction instead of this direction, which is gonna accommodate those other fingers. Bring the elbow into the body, bring your palm, the palm of your hand closer to the bottom of the neck there so that gap is smaller. You don't want this big gap under there, okay? Anyways, let me know if you have any questions, you guys. Have fun with that, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.